Hi, I'm Damari Gray. You're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
I'm Altamont Freddie Butler.
And I'm Ricardo Baby Gardner, and you are watching the Reggae Boyz commentary.
Reggae Boyz commentary, live and direct every time.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beet and thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now. Hello everybody, I'm Simon Preston. Welcome back to Reggae Boyz Commentary. This is the platform where we come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. How is everybody doing? Hope everybody is doing well. If you guys haven't already, I'm sure you all know the procedure. It's to hit the like button, and after doing so, to hit the subscribe button as well to Reggae Boyz Commentary. Okay guys, so that we can have more of an engaged discussion. Great to see those in the comments as well from early as well. Jamaican Englishman says big up side. Yeah, we're in Championship League 1, League 2. Yeah, we're going to get to that. Make sure you want to smash the like button, Simon SG. Thank you. Thank you very much. So yes, we're going to get to that in this video in particular because as we know, our first World Cup qualifier is June 6th. So you will have some players that will finish perhaps in the middle of May, some that will finish at the end of April, some that will finish early May, and who knows, some that could finish in late May as well. So you have different players Danny Spalding, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. So you have different players, different national players, I should say, that will start, rather that will end their season on different dates. It's not as if all players that are playing for their clubs right now will end at a set date. So I think it's important to have a conversation right now, just so that you're aware of the dates of who will finish when for their respective clubs. And right now on your screen, I want to start with the Championship, which is the second tier of English football, and that's where we're going to commence the EFL Championship. Now, the Championship, I'm going to provide some information in relation to the Jamaicans that we have playing within the Championship right now, and I want to go through, firstly, the league. When does the league of the Championship end? Well, the Championship season finishes on Saturday, May 4. So that means in less than 2 weeks from now, the Championship will be finished in terms of the league. However, you can have an extended Championship for player or players that are involved in the playoffs. May 12, May 13, May 16, May 17, and of course the promotion playoff on May 26. You look at the standings right now, you see Leicester City, who are at the top of the table, right? Leicester City are at the top of the table right now with 94 points, followed by Leeds United with 90, Ipswich Town 89, Southampton 84, West Bromwich Albion 72, and Norwich City on 72. So those are the clubs right now occupying the top 6. Remember, the top 2, they will automatically be promoted to the Premier League. So Leicester City with a Brandon Kovo, once they're able to finish within the top 2, then they'll be able to be promoted to the Premier League. Ipswich Town, we know Omari Hutchinson is there. If he is promoted, then if he's finishing in top 2, rather than that means that he'll be in the promoted to the Premier League. However, if Ipswich finish between 3rd and 6th, that means that they're going to be heading to the playoffs. Right now, I want you to look at the team that is in 8th position right now, and that's Coventry. Yet they had a disappointing result today, and you could say fate is no longer in their hands, because not only do they have to win their remaining 3 games to get to 72 points, but they would also have to hope that one of West Brom or Norwich City loses their remaining 2 games so that Coventry City can be able to get into the top 6. So fate is not in their hands. But if Coventry City are able to win their remaining 3 games and one of West Brom or Norwich City lose their remaining 2 games, then that will mean that Coventry City will be able to push themselves within the top 6, which means that the likes of a Casey Palmer and Joel Atibadir would be involved in the playoffs, so that everybody is aware. Okay, I want to touch now on League One. And can you believe that this Saturday, folks, this Saturday, League One finishes? Yes, that is right. This Saturday, the English League One season finishes. That is Saturday, April 27, 6:30 a.m. Jamaica time. We'll have all the matches taking place at one time. 6:30 a.m. Jamaica time, 6:30 a.m. Jamaica time, Saturday, April 27, we'll have those matches. And in relation to potential Jamaican involvement there, let me just reiterate that at Barnsley, we know there's John Russell and we know Devontae Cole, who has trained with the national team prior to those games against Canada. Barnsley are 5th in the table on 75 points, so another victory, they'll be involved within the playoffs, just like they have had playoff involvement within the past as well. Greg Lee is at Oxford United, and for Greg Lee, they're 7th in the table right now. That's Oxford United. They play Exeter away, while the team that is just above them in 6th, Lincoln, they're at home to Portsmouth, who are already promoted to the Premier League. So, in order for Oxford United to be promoted, to finish within the top 6, not only would they need to win, but they would also have to hope that Lincoln draws or loses, or a situation where Oxford wins by a big scoreline. Because right now, Oxford United have a plus 22 goal difference, while Lincoln, they have a plus 27 goal difference. So it determines a lot on that as well. So just like Coventry City, Oxford United are in a similar situation where they have to wait and see. Well, fate is not in their own hands, you could say. And you could even say similarly as well, listen, if Oxford wins and say Barnsley loses, then that means Oxford would be in the playoffs, whereas you'll have a situation where, if it's, put it this way, whatever happens, there's a strong possibility that there's going to be some Jamaican involvement within the playoffs. I'm confident one of Barnsley, or both Barnsley and Oxford United, will be involved within the playoffs. And in relation to the League One playoffs, when will those fixtures take place? Well, the semi-final, first leg and second leg, we're talking about May 3 and May 4, so that everybody's aware. May 3 and May 4. And the second legs, May 7 and May 8. And the playoff final will be the 18th. So the League One playoff final would be on the 18th, so that everybody's aware. Wendy, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. I see all the times that you comment and provide, your feedback within the chat as well, and that is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for your support, and continue being a true patriot of Jamaican football, and by extension Jamaican sports, and by extension Jamaica as well. So that is appreciated. Whenever you drop in the super chat and super thanks as well, that is also appreciated as well. So I am grateful for your support there. So we've had a conversation about the championship and also League One. Is there anything in League Two for us to be made aware about? Well, we know already that Wrexham will be playing League One football next year. We're fully aware about that and what Mansfield Town have in store, and Stockport as well. In relation to the Jamaicans that we have in League Two, you think about Adrian Mariappa and Curtis Tilt, they are pretty much safe, you could say, in relation to the situation of where they are in League Two. What I would say is that with 50 points where they have right now this campaign within the season, they're safe. And League Two, in relation to their matches as well, their last fixture list, well, the end of their campaign is also this Saturday as well. So the last weekend of League One and League Two is this Saturday. And come May, for the championship, for League One, for League Two, it's playoffs, as teams fight for promotion to their respective divisions. So that is what is on store as we look ahead. You know what I'm saying? So that is what we can be mindful about and aware about. I want us to touch briefly with what is happening domestically as well, so that you are also aware as well with the dates, and you can say, okay, so that means this day and this time with everything. Let me reiterate, folks, that Jamaica's first game is June 6th in the World Cup qualifiers. All right. Remember, the 26th, May 26th, is the championship playoff final. The 18th, League One playoff final. When does the English Premier League season finish? May 19. When does the Jamaica Premier League season finish? Well, let's look at that together, shall we? Let us look at that together. Because we are in the playoffs right now, and we have 6 teams remaining. We started out this campaign with 14 teams. Now we're down to 6 that are hunting for the title, and they are Waterhouse, Arnett Gardens, Portmore United, Tivoli Gardens, Cavalier, Mount Pleasant Academy. So players of Montego Bay United, Dunbeholden, Vere United, Humble Lion, Harbourview, Malines United, Treasure Beach, and Limehall, their season has finished. Do we have any national players that parade their talents for teams that are 7th to around 12th? Well, yes, certainly we do. We'll certainly remember Shamor Smith, who made his debut against Trinidad and Tobago in Trinidad in that 1-0 victory at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. He's at Montego Bay United. We know about Ricardo Thomas from Dunbeholden, don't we? Yes, we certainly do. We know as well other players across the league. We know at Humble Lion, player like Vanzi that was part of that Copa America squad in 2016. Harbourview, we know the likes of Garth Stewart. We know Joshawn Anglin. Malines United with Jason Wright making his senior debut for Jamaica quite recently as well. And now we're going to take center stage in the playoffs and look at those teams as well, and the Jamaican representation that lies here as well. So 4 goals in 2 games so far within the playoffs. Last year, 2023, we had 27 goals within the playoffs. That's right, 27 goals we've had in the playoffs, and so far we have 4 goals in 2 games. So let's see if we can get to 30 playoff goals. I think that will be quite a milestone to achieve this campaign. So let's see how it pans out. On Monday at Sabina Park, we had the first leg quarterfinals. And first, let me just say the atmosphere at Sabina Park was truly electric. It was a wonderful atmosphere to see for a quarterfinal how the North Stand was absolutely corked. And segments of the George Headley Stand were covered as well. So you can expect by the time we get to the semi-finals that the magnitude and the intensity will also be raised as well. Now, let's look at the matches that took place, all right? Waterhouse, they're taking on Tivoli Gardens, and Arnett Gardens will take on Portmore United. Both matches ended 1-1, all right? Waterhouse, goal scorer was Javane Bryan, somebody that was, as you all remember, trained with the national team at the Captain Horsborough Centre of Excellence earlier this calendar year. The goal scorer for Tivoli Gardens is none other than Lennox Russell, a veteran of the league himself. And when we go to the Arnett Gardens Portmore United game now, the Portmore United took the lead through an own goal from Philando Wing. Philando Wing, as you all would remember, formerly of Cavalier, won the under-17 title with Cavalier as well. Numerous youth titles with Cavalier. I remember him quite well. I actually commentated one of his games back in 2018, played a significant role as they got a victory over Santos. I remember he almost scored a goal from half line as well, similar to Christopher Pearson as well. So he's had some great memories. Now parading his talent for Arnett Gardens. And Arnett Gardens' equalizer came 8 minutes from time from Fabian Reid. Fabian Reid, national player, has scored goals for Jamaica. In fact, Fabian Reid has gone on to score 3 goals for Jamaica. You know, many people forget that, but he has scored goals for Jamaica as well. He scored against Trinidad and Tobago in 2017. He scored against St. Kitts and Nevis in 2018. He scored against Antigua and Barbuda also in 2018 as well. It's interesting because all of his goals for Jamaica have come away from home, you know, and of course, providing the assist to Kaheem Dixon against Trinidad and Tobago back in February. So, rather, I should say March, because it was March 1 was the game, wasn't it? So, he's had an impact as well and has 9 or 10 caps for Jamaica so far. And that's basically the journey that Fabian Reid has had. So when you look at other national players, part of the team as well, you think about on Waterhouse, Kemar Foster, right? You know, Tivoli Gardens, you can think of a Justin Dunn. Arnett Gardens already, you know, you're thinking about players like a Joel Cunningham, a Fabian Reid, a Kaheem Dixon, Jamon Shepherd, Portmore United as well. We've had Siobhan Walsh train with the team at the Captain Horsborough Centre of Excellence. We've also had, you know, the likes of Rousseau make his debut quite recently for Jamaica as well. Alex Marshall played against Trinidad and Tobago as well. And the 2 teams that are waiting in the quarterfinals are Cavalier and Mount Pleasant Academy. Those are the teams that are sitting and waiting for the quarterfinals and the quarterfinalists, I should say. So the winner of the Waterhouse Tivoli Gardens encounter will face Mount Pleasant Academy, while the winner of the Arnett Gardens Portmore United encounter will face Cavalier within the semi-finals. And yes, we will have a 3rd place playoff and we will have a final. The semi-finals will be 2-legged, the quarterfinals 2-legged, the final and the 3rd place playoff 1-legged. And we know how important not only the final is, but also the 3rd place playoff as well, because the team that finishes 3rd qualifies for the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup, while the team that finishes 4th heads to the CONCACAF Caribbean Shield. So it's massive that in terms of qualifying for these regional tournaments, because this means more exposure and more opportunities as well to express yourself and your talent. So all of this should be looked on a positive light. All of these things should be looked on in a positive light, because when you put all of these assets together, it just goes to show everything. What is needed, what can be accomplished. You understand what I'm saying? So this in itself, incredibly important. Okay? So that's what I want to stress there. Now we talk Cavalier and Mount Pleasant Academy, the 2 finalists from last year. And it's interesting because both teams met in the final last year. The season before that was 2022. Both teams met in the quarterfinal round 2022. So both teams having a bit of history against each other. Cavalier Mount Pleasant Academy. So it'll be compelling to see how the results go. But just to recap, those national players, exactly what you're seeing in the title. And for those of you that are just joining, please welcome aboard. Thank you very much for tuning in. Welcome back to Reggae Boyz Commentary. This is a platform where we come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. I encourage you all, please, to hit the like button. And after doing so, to hit the subscribe button as well, so that we can be able to have more of a discussion as well. All right, guys, like, share, subscribe. Okay. That would be appreciated greatly. Share this video with a friend as well. All right. Share this video with your friend, your mom, your dad, your sister, your auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa. Yeah, share this video around. Okay, guys, that would be greatly appreciated. So in relation to, the national players that are there at Mount Pleasant Academy, Sule Makala recently was called up, so was others as well, like Guthrie. He was called up recently as well. And of course, the man who made his debut for Jamaica quite recently, Shaquan Davis, between the sticks as well. Someone that has made an impact in such a short space of time and certainly got people thinking. We know Ladiel Richie has played for Jamaica before, don't we? Yeah, we certainly know that he has had that sort of impact as well. And Mount Pleasant will be looking to be the first team since Portmore United to win the title back-to-back. Let's now go to Cavalier now, and we know these names off the top of our head, don't we? The likes of Richard King and Kyle Ming, and Shaniel Thomas. We know about Dwayne Busy Atkinson. We know about Jadine White. All of these players have worn the national shirt. Many of them have also created history by doing so, like Jadine White, a teenager, when he made his debut for Jamaica. Same for Jaden Hibbert quite recently as well. At 19 years old, making his debut for Jamaica. So it's great to see that we have national players that have gone on and done great things as well. And it's a diverse squad, I must say, as well at Cavalier, because you have players that are internationals of other teams in CONCACAF as well. So you have that different pedigree, you have that spice to things, you could say, as well. So they've added value. Cavalier, they've won the Premier League twice, 1981 and 2021. Have been runners-up on 4 occasions, and as we know, runners-up of the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup in 2023. And we know about the exploits overseas. The Cayman Airways Under-15 Cup, champions there. Getting to the B final in the Gothia Cup in Sweden. That was 2018, second position there. Going to Mexico and beating Atlas as well. And we know about the exploits and the successes, I should say, in the CASAFA competitions. Let's start about Under-13 champion team in 2009, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You go to Under-15 as well. You think about being the champion in 2008, 9, 10, 15, 18, 19. And then you think about the Under-17 title, being a champion in 2010, 11, 13, 15, 17. You know what I'm saying? So all of this together, is something truly special when you're bearing in mind these accomplishments, and of course the players that have had the opportunity to ply their trade overseas as well. So when you put all of this into perspective, all right, Agility says, bless up, Simon. What's up? You good? Lance Blake says, checking in, Reggae Boyz, Commentary, and Sports City family. Bless up. How are you guys doing, man? Hope you guys are doing well. If you guys are just joining, welcome aboard. What I'm doing right now is outlining, we have players at their respective clubs that have a very crucial point to their season, and that is playoffs. You're talking about players in the Championship, players in League One, and even players in the Jamaica Premier League as well. Those are 3 divisions that we certainly have to keep our eyes on intently. All right. The Premier League ends May 19. So does the Jamaica Premier League as well. This weekend is the last set of league games in the Championship. Sorry, not the Championship, but in League One and League Two. This is the last weekend in League One and League Two in terms of matches. Okay. So this weekend, by the time 8:30 a.m. comes on Saturday morning, we will know if Greg Lee, John Russell, Devontae Cole will be involved within the playoffs. This weekend, we will know that intently. In relation to the championship now, as I was making the point earlier in the championship, we have to wait and see, because we have a situation right here where for Coventry City, fate is not in the hands of a Joel Latibodier and a Casey Palmer. Casey Palmer scored today. Brilliant to see him on the score sheet. So Coventry has 63 points. Norwich City has 72, which means they're 9 points clear of Coventry City. Coventry City have 3 games left, while Norwich City have 2 games left. So what that means is that Coventry City will not only have to win their last 3 games, but also they would have to hope that one of West Bromwich Albion or Norwich City loses the remaining 2 games in the championship. Norwich City play Swansea at home and Birmingham City away in their last 2 games. And when you look at West Bromwich Albion now, West Bromwich Albion in their last 2 games of the season will play Sheffield Wednesday and Preston North End. Sheffield Wednesday are still hunting for points. Dishon Bernard is still hunting for points at Sheffield Wednesday as they pull themselves further away from the relegation zone. So there's still something to play for there in the championship. So we know what is at stake there. Joel Latibodier and Casey Palmer, 3 games to go. Fate is no longer in the hands of Coventry City. They'll have to win the 3 games and hope that other results will go their way. A recap for League One so that everybody is aware as well in relation to those playoff positions, because that is something that we will touch on as well. In relation to League One, Portsmouth are at the top of the table, right? Let me see if I can be able to put the table up. There we go. So as you can see on your screen right now, Portsmouth are at the top of the table, 94 points. Derby County, second position, 96 points. Third, Bolton Wanderers. Fourth, Peterborough United. Barnsley, fifth, 75 points. Sixth, it's Lincoln City with 74 points. Seventh position, Oxford United with 74 points. What are we looking at? We're looking at the teams in 5th and 7th position. Just so that everybody is clear. Charlton, Michael Hector, Karoy Anderson. They've avoided relegation. They're safe. Reading with Kanaya Boyce Clark. Safe. Avoided relegation. Darren Moore and Port Vale. They'll be playing League 2 football next season. Remember, he signed in January a 5.5-year contract. Or was it? Yeah, 5.5-year contract. So he has 5 years left on his deal at Port Vale. So clearly, the owners of the club see that there's an interest and have faith in him for the future. And I do think if he's seen out the 5 years, if Darren Moore is given the 5 years at Port Vale, then at the end of the 5 years, I could see Port Vale being a championship club. I could genuinely see Port Vale being a championship club or a stable League One club. I genuinely believe that. And I do think it's great that Darren is getting these opportunities, Darren Moore. We had the experience in the Premier League with West Brom, and then the opportunity at Doncaster Rovers, and then the opportunity at Sheffield Wednesday, and then Huddersfield Town, and now Port Vale. So he's had opportunities in Premier League, Championship, League One, and now he's going to be with Port Vale in League 2. Young manager, just turned 50, I believe, and he's getting this experience now. It's important for him that he continues gaining this experience as he continues to grow as a manager. And as we know, we want all our Jamaicans who are involved in coaching to continue doing their best. It's a good representation. It reflects well on us when we see our fellow Jamaicans doing well. And when you see a Jamaican coach on the sidelines, coaching a team in England, being a manager, it reflects well on us. And we'd be absolutely pleased and happy about that. So that's what I would say where this is concerned. And we're looking forward to that greatly. So back to the point. We are looking at the teams that are 5th and 7th in the table. Okay? 5th and 7th in the table. This weekend, Barnsley hosts Northampton Town. Northampton Town is home to Liam Moore. This weekend, Oxford United is away to Exeter City. All right, this weekend. So, Greg Lee and Oxford United, and John Russell, Devontae Cole of Barnsley. So, you're going to have a situation where we have players that finish their seasons in different time frames. Roy Anderson, Michael Hector, Liam Moore, after this weekend, they'll be done. They'll be finished their season. The week after that, May 4, Dishon Bernard will be finished his season. Daniel Johnson will be finished his season. Possibly Joel Latibaudiere and Casey Palmer. So we'll have players that will finish their season at different time frames, especially bearing in mind the playoffs and even the Jamaica Premier League playoffs, because we're going to have a situation where after the quarterfinals, 2 teams are going home, and after the semifinals, 2 more teams are going yard, which means that different players will be, you could say, different positions in terms of when their last game was. You understand what I'm saying? So it just an information about where different players are in this aspect of things. But you can rest assured, and I want to make this point clear as well, because a team finishes their season on the 27th, does that mean that they don't turn up until August? No, they have to report to training and recovery with their club. So like when Newcastle United got relegated from the Premier League in 2009, it was on a Sunday, but they turned up to training the Monday for the warm down. The physical trainer goes through their routine about what they have to be mindful about in the summer, update them on how they are, and they go through their recovery as well. That is an extremely important as well. We know it's a busy summer for a lot of players for international football. We're talking about the Copa America, World Cup qualifiers, the Euros, the Olympics. So it's going to encompass a very busy summer of football. So a lot of the physical trainers, fitness coaches, performance coaches will be speaking with players about what lies ahead. They might say, well, you have 3 games in the space of 8-9 days. This is what I need you to do. Or, okay, you're going to play 5 matches in the month of June. This is what I want you to be mindful of, which is a similar case for Jamaica as well, because think about it. We have 2 World Cup qualifiers in the month of June, and our group stage games in the Copa America are in the month of June as well. 2 + 3, that's 5. And in July, it's the knockout stages of the Copa America, the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and also the final as well. So it just goes to show the magnitude of what this summer is like for Jamaica and Jamaican footballers as well, so that everybody is aware of this entire role, concept, picture, So hopefully that gives perspective into everything for everybody, so that they can be able to understand what lies ahead for Jamaica on the island, in England. And so you're aware as well, what about players that ply their trade as well outside? So for example, what about those individuals that will ply their trade? So for example, a Dexter Lembikisa, who is in Scotland, when does his season finish? So Hearts are at a crucial point in their season where it's a very healthy cushion. So Hearts are 11 points ahead of Kilmarnock in the Scottish Premiership. 11 points ahead with 5 games to go, which means that Hearts would have to lose 4 of their games, and Kilmarnock would have to win 4 of their games for Hearts to slip into 4th. So as it stands, another victory or 4 points from Hearts, and it will mean that Hearts will be playing Europa League football next season, because the gap between Hearts and Rangers is 13 points. So Hearts would have to hope that Hearts would have to win their remaining 5 games, and then, of course, hope that Rangers lose their remaining 5 games. But in relation to Hearts, when does Dexter Lembikisa finish his season? Dexter Lembikisa finishes his season on May 18th against Rangers. All right, May 18th against Rangers. Okay. What about Turkey? Somebody like a Ronaldo Cephas. When does the Turkish Super League finish? Well, the Turkish Super League will finish on May 26th. May 26th. That's a week after the JPL finals. And that is when Ankara Gucci tackles Trabzonspor away from home. So we know about Ronaldo Cephas. What about the Saudi Pro League? When does the Saudi Pro League finish in terms of their league? They have a couple more matches to go within their regular season as well. And in relation to the end date of the season, the last match day of the season for Demarai Gray is May 27. And May 27 is going to be a Monday. May 27th is a Monday against Al Tawoun away from home. That is their last match of the season. Okay? Al Tawoun, that's their last match of the season. And Al Ettifaq right now, they are 7th within the table right now. Demarai Gray this season at Al Ettifaq, 4 goals, 3 assists in 20 appearances, so a goal or an assist every three games. Steady first season for Demarai Gray, and we're pleased about that. What about Major League Soccer? Will Major League Soccer go on a break? Well, the truth of that is no. MLS will still keep being playing despite everything that is taking place all around us. You know, as we know, they said the United States does not sleep. And it's the same, you could say, with football within the States as well. You know what I'm saying? You're still going to have matches, even when Jamaica has World Cup qualifiers. You're going to have matches on June 8th as well. You have MLS matches on June 14 as well. You know, you have matches when Jamaica are involved in the Copa America as well, especially June 22. So, for example, New York Red Bulls, they entertain Toronto FC on June 22, and Philadelphia Union, they take on Charlotte on June 22, the same day that Jamaica takes on Mexico in Houston. And it's funny because Houston has an away game that week. But yeah, you guys get the point of exactly of what I'm saying here about how the MLS is. You know what I'm saying? So the MLS will keep on rolling in terms of games. But we know when you're called up in international football, it just means that the likes of Andre Blake, Nana, they are called up for country. So they would not play for the Union in those games in particular. You guys get the drift of what I'm saying there? So yeah, and in relation to Ligue 1 with Shamar Nicholson, when does Ligue 1 finish? Ligue 1 has 3 game weeks to go, in a sense, and their last game of the season, where all matches are going to be played at the same time, it's going to be May 19th. So the day that the English Premier League finishes, the day that the Jamaica Premier League finishes, is the same day that Ligue 1 finishes as well, with Clermont as they play away to Lorient at 2 o'clock. Okay, so that just goes to show we have players that will finish their season this weekend, players that will finish May 19, May 27, different parts of the month. Okay, players that will finish in the middle of May, some at the end of April, some in early May as well. And as you know, it's a quick turnaround, you can say, because the games are June 6 and June 9. So it is a relatively quick turnaround in terms of games for us to get acquainted with. I'm sure that you all would agree. So that gives a perspective on things, you know. And same with the USL. The USL will keep be playing games as well. They'll still have matches taking place in that time frame. We do want the best as well for Brandon Cova, so that Leicester City can finish in the top 2, so that they don't go through playoffs. So we wish them all the best as well. And I just want to say a massive credit to Mikel Antonio as well and West Ham United. What an incredible last 3 seasons they've had. The 2021-2022 season, West Ham United went to the semi-finals of the Europa League. Last season, they won the Europa Conference League. And this season, they went to the quarterfinals of the Europa League. 3 years on the bounce, 3 seasons of European football. 3 unforgettable experiences for them. So I know for them it's something that is over the moon and a brilliant experience to relish. And long may they relish these experiences, you know? Long may they relish these experiences as they continue to grow as a unit, you know? So it's all good. It's a great experience, you know? Very much so. In case you guys have just joined in, welcome aboard. Thank you very much for tuning into this video on Reggae Boyz commentary. If you guys haven't already, please hit the like button. And after doing so, hit the subscribe button as well for more content. Okay, guys, so that we can be able to get more persons involved. I've just outlined the situation in relation to the Premier League, Championship, League One, League Two, Jamaica Premier League, Turkish Super League, League Saudi Pro League, Major League Soccer, United Soccer League, players who we have that are parading their talents in these leagues in particular, and the end dates of those respective seasons, how it's all different. So at least you're aware you have some players that finish their season earlier than others, and that is the nature of football as well, so that you are aware. Some may have a little bit more rest time than others. You know, it is what it is, but at least everybody is aware and everybody knows that for the month of June, it is a serious time frame. 6 points needed from World Cup qualifying in the month of June, and a solid run within the Copa America. So that's what we're working towards. That's what we are pushing towards. Okay. Yep. Yeah. And what I'd love to do, I think there was something I wanted to show you guys as well, you know. One moment, please. Yeah. Yes. Right. What I want you guys to do is take a look at, you know, what you're seeing on your screen now in relation to the league standings. This is League One on your screen. Portsmouth Derby. Well, Portsmouth, they are going up to the Championship. This is for the first time in a little over a decade. Remember, Portsmouth were last in the Premier League 2009-2010 when you had David James at the club. You know, David James, yeah, Will Ward, yeah, quite a number of changes. And to see Portsmouth down to League Two, remember they were in administration at one point, and slowly over a decade they've fought their way to where they are right now. It's interesting to see clubs from the south also make that transition up as well. We've seen Brighton on their run in Europe, also Southampton as well. It's, you know, we saw Southampton when they were Premier League. They were a team that are no pushovers at all. Portsmouth on their way up as well. Bournemouth, you know, under Eddie Howe. So teams from the south have also shown that they deserve to be playing in the Premier League, and they have the ability as well to be playing at such a level as well, you know. So that's what I would say about these things as well, you know. So that's what I say to everybody, you know. Yes. Yeah. Quite a June that we have, quite a summer we have, I should say. April, you could say it's the calm before the storm in a sense, in terms of the excitement that lies ahead. But what I would say, folks, is this, right? For the month of May, cheer on all the Reggae Boys in their respective journeys, whether they're playing in a playoff, whether they're hunting for promotion, whether they're hunting for a Premier League title. I want you to cheer on those Reggae Boys all over. Give them your support. And if you're on the island, find your way to Sabina Park for the quarters or semis, or find your way to Sabina Park for the final as well. Because let me tell you something, that was quite an atmosphere, and you'll be entertained as well with some great football as well. So I encourage you all to make your way there. It's one that you will appreciate very much so, So let that stay with everybody, Very, very important. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you guys feel. You guys know if you guys have any questions, you can use the super chat feature so that you guys can be more engaged, part of the discussion as well, so that you can participate in things. Okay? So everybody knows what they need to do, what they have to do for this video. Okay? So that is that. Yes, folks, thank you very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Please, guys, hit the like button. And after doing so, hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boyz Commentary for more content. Okay, guys? Hit the subscribe button right now. Right now. Yes, Marlon, bless up yourself as well. Enough respect as always. For those of you just joining in, thank you very much. It is appreciated greatly. And I'll reiterate to look out for your fellow Jamaicans, so that we can be able to stay more engaged with what they're doing in their respective leagues, whether in Jamaica, in England, in France, in the United States, in Turkey, in Saudi Arabia, wherever they're playing across the globe. Show them your 100% support.
Hi, I'm Damari Gray. You're watching Reggae Boyz Commentary.
I'm Altamont Freddie Butler.
And I'm Ricardo Baby Gardner, and you are watching the Reggae Boyz Commentary.
Reggae Boyz commentary, live and direct every time.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices, infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beaten thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. If you think the juices were good, then try Starboys Jello, full of flavor and sumptuous. Again, call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now.
Hi, my name is Lee Williamson. Subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary.
Hi, my name is Joby McAnuff. Subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary.
I'm Javon Watson, and you're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
Hi everybody, I'm Darren Moore, and you're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
Skin clean and nice and ting and ting. I'm Tiffany Cameron, Reggae Girl Striker, and you are watching the Reggae Boyz commentary. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, Reggae Boyz commentary, like and subscribe, yeah? Reggae Boyz commentary, like, share, and subscribe.
Reggae Boyz commentary, subscribe, like, and share. Is that alright?
Hi, I'm Chris Binney, and I'm Jamaica's #1 squash player and 9-time Caribbean champion, and you're watching Reggae Boyz commentary. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share button below.
Yes, Reggae Boyz commentary, like and subscribe, yeah?
Reggae Boyz commentary, subscribe, like, and share.
Reggae Boyz commentary, like, share, and subscribe.
Hi everybody, I'm Darren Moore, and you're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.